Now we're going to hear from the best man, Stephen Ambrose.
Don't worry about best man things to the expression. You're still the best man as far as I'm concerned.
Okay, before I start, those vows today, were they spectacular?
Yeah, let's hear it for the vows.
David said I wrote my own. Uh-oh. Marcy Smith, is she here? What a wonderful ceremony.
Yes, it was Heidi put it all together.
Yeah.
And Meryl, what? 2 kids, 2 weddings, labors of love. They were spectacular.
Exactly, the labor.
My connection with David goes back to 1995. That year, my Uncle Murray, he's also, of course, Meryl, Ellen, and Paul's uncle. Well, Murray and Shirley had a family reunion. And it was there that I met David for the first time since he was a little boy. Oh, you should have seen him. He was skinny as a rail, and he had a ponytail down to his waist. David told everyone at the get-together about a recent plane flight he had taken, where they let him into the cockpit and he saw all the instruments, and then they let him serve food to all cast. He seemed to think this was an exciting moment. I'm sure the waitress was pleased. A little did any of us know that in the years ahead, an airplane would be something like David's second home.
Yeah.
And in fact, he was on one yesterday, and we were just praying that there'd be no weather, no job action, no nothing that would disrupt that, because, well, the best man has to stand in. Later at the party, David left everyone, went to a corner, and began writing furiously in a notebook. And I couldn't resist. I went up to him, I barely knew him. I went up to him and said, "What'd you do?" He said, "Writing a constitution." 16, that's. I said, "Of what?" He said, "The United States of America." So with that, I knew that I was taking him away from something kind of important. The following summer, when David's parents learned I was going to visit Britain on holiday, they asked me to check in on David because he was studying at Oxford. And I guess they wanted to make sure he wasn't arrested or anything. So I go to Oxford, and together David and I explored the city. And it became a pattern wherever he went to school. When he was studying in Durham, England, when he was studying in Waterville, Maine, in Lund, Sweden, I would visit. And he'd introduce me to all of his wonderful friends. Many of them are here with us today. It became also a pattern. We would travel over the summits. We explored England, Wales, Scotland, Ireland, France, Spain, Iceland, Hungary, and of course Sweden, which he liked so much he became a Swedish citizen. Okay, but of all the trips we shared together, the greatest and most memorable was David's journey from adolescence to adulthood. And there's nothing I would trade that for. That's the hallmark moment. Okay, David is fiercely loyal, loving, and absolutely trustworthy. Wonderful combination. David has a rare talent I've never seen anyone else display. I can't figure out how he does it. Wherever he goes, whatever country he's in, he persuades people to let him keep his books and forever. And from time to time, he visits these people and drops off more of his stuff. Oh dear! But access to other people's homes isn't enough for him. David owns or rents apartments in Sweden, Finland, New York, Washington, and that's all I know. There might be more somewhere. Between his home and the homes that he kind of sublets unofficially, I think he has more branches than IKEA. Now the thing is, All vast enterprises have flags. And I was thinking last night, if David had a flag, what would it be? Then it came to me. His flag, I can see it now. It's a Welsh dragon wearing a yarmulke. 2 summers ago, David phoned me from Finland. He told me he'd be coming to America in August and asked if he could stay with me. I said, of course, that would be great. You could visit your stuff. Then he asked, could I bring Ivy? I said, of course you can. What's a Ivy? I figured there was something else in my basement. I don't know. Then he told me what a wonderful woman she was. I said, you and he? You and she? He said, yes. I said, well, she must be a saint. So David and Ivy arrived. And I came to see that she is everything David said and more. She's caring, kind, smart, patient with David. Well, David is heavy maintenance, so you understand that. And gutsy. Ivy gave up everything she had, left everyone she knew to cross the Atlantic Ocean and join this family. Now, if that ain't love, I don't know what love is. But Ivy is amazing because she's so beautiful on the inside that after a while you forget how beautiful she is on the outside. But David, I have to warn you, okay, every rose has its thorns. There's one aspect about Ivy that will drive you crazy. Now that you're married, I'll tell you what it is. From now on, whenever you do something thoughtful or generous, people will assume it was her idea. And Ivy, can I talk to you now? I know you're fluent in many languages. You're native Finnish, of course, Swedish, English, French. I think German. Come see, well, that's French. But I'm fluent in a language it took me years to master that you're only beginning to learn. It's called Davidese. Let me explain. Because Webster never met David. When David says that's an interesting idea, he means no. When he says, let me think about it, he means hell no. When he says, let's ask Mom, he means maybe we could get her to pay for it. Ivy, listen now, when he says I'm almost packed, that means I don't know where the luggage is. And when he says I could eat Thai food every day, that means his next job might be in Bangkok. When he says everything is under control, it is time to panic. And when he says, hello friend, he means I love you. Ivy, you're the only person I've ever heard that say that to. There's a Finnish saying, I did a little research. There's a Finnish saying I found on the internet, which I'll botch up now, but Ivy will know, I don't think anyone else will. Here's the quote. Rakuden tune akuen arinko valemen holden, which means to be in love is to feel the sun from both sides. That's another moment. Okay, David and I saw the play Les Mis in London and in New York. And with Ivy, we saw it in Washington, D.C. There's a line in the last song, I wonder how many people know which line I mean. To love another person is to see the face of God. When David and Ivy are together, I see the face of God. So we all join me in wishing David and Ivy a lifetime together of joy and peace, love and compassion, good health, prosperity, worthy challenges, glorious achievements, and most important of all, succulence.